Okay, so I have this idea. I think I've seen some people do it. I've seen, not necessarily specifically the way that I'm doing it, but like people like to do the little last section of "No Longer You" from Epic the Musical. They'll cosplay the prophet, and then like, well, or no, I've seen this in animatics. I don't know if I've never necessarily seen cosplayers do it. But I'm not really in the cosplay community or anything like that. I just follow some of the hot ones. Um, Hi, Jessica Negri. Hi. Um, and I'm going to. I'm just gonna like. I don't know. I can't decide. I'm either gonna paint this part of my face gray or white. Um, Probably, maybe. I don't know. I'm either gonna whiten the brow or, yeah, I think I'm gonna whiten the brow as well. And then my eyes are just very blue. And so I'm gonna do like the thing where it's like, but it's no longer you. And just like the reveal of like the really bright blue eye. I may like edit it up in post to make my eye brighter for like emphasis to show that like I see that Odysseus, your life is fucked. Ha ha ha. Also, I'm going to fill this video with a conversation that I had with my dear friend Kelly, Meme Queen Kel. Follow her. About Epic the Musical and about my experience with Epic the Musical. And you will learn that in the so I only really recently like sat down and gave Epic the Musical a proper listen and like properly like tried to understand the story and what all is going on. Um and I feel like that's not such a crazy concept to like want to wait until the end to like with the full story to really like sit down and be like, okay. But I need y'all to understand I was not listening to the story so much that a lot of my thoughts and um, understandings of Epic the Musical were very flawed. And I feel like flawed is a very nice way to put it. They were dumb. Like, I had some really dumb thoughts. Like, there are some things that I thought that you're gonna be like, how? How? Why would you think that? James, you need to understand where I'm coming from. I don't have a super like huge understanding of Greek mythology. I have like a better understanding of Greek mythology now because Epic the Musical has like ignited kind of this, I don't want to say Greek mythology phase, but um when I was really young I watched Hercules, the Disney movie, which I know is not necessarily for especially like Zeus. It's really not great representation of Greek mythology, but it does touch and dabble on Greek mythology. And it can be good for accessing accessing the interest of Greek mythology. When I was 8 years old, I played Soul Calibur 2, and if you know, then you know that there are two Greek warrior girls that have an Athenian fighting style, Sophitia and Cassandra, and they are disciples of Hephaestus. So that made me a little interested in Greek gods. And then even in Soul Calibur 3, Astaroth becomes a servant of Ares for a bit. I think he like immediately turns on him, but you know. And then is that it? Gosh. I watched the first Percy Jackson movie, which I know it's a horrible representation of even the Percy Jackson books. It's really terrible representation. That being said, I thought it was fun, but I was also like very aware. I was like, I understand this is not a good movie for this book, but I think it's silly. I feel like there's something else. I had some other introduction to Greek mythology. Oh, I played God of War as a kid, which now being the person that I am, that likes Greek mythology to the degree that I do, I don't think I could ever go back and play God of War. Those first three games, I don't. Whatever you call the newer ones, I don't know if it's a reboot or if it's just a continuation of the story delving into more Norse mythologies. I think I think. I don't know enough about that. Those games. But yeah, I know what generally happens in the first 3 God of War games because I played the first one and I've watched a lot of the cutscenes to the other 2 on like YouTube and stuff. Current me of the like past like month or so, I could not go back and play those. I really could not because I have too much of a love for Greek mythology now that I would just be like, oh, Kratos is gonna kill them like all. He's gonna kill the entire like pantheon, and even the Titans. Like I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want to be the person that does this. Sorry. Like I feel like the first game would be manageable because you really just go after Ares. And that's just one. And then like the entire time, like I think Poseidon and Zeus are like helping you, but after that, I think you have to kill like Hercules. You have to kill Zeus. Like I don't want to do that. I'm sorry.
Like, I need you to be ready.
Okay.
So, I didn't realize that he threw the baby off of the ledge until probably a few weeks ago. Okay. Can I tell you something worse?
How do you
worse?
How do you get worse, James?
I didn't realize that he didn't just adopt the baby like he offered in that song about the baby.
Just a man,
until
the whole theme.
Yeah. I didn't realize he didn't just adopt the baby until Telemachus' song, until Legendary.
Why until that song?
Because I was
Monster,
like, wait a
Monster,
minute.
he says in Monster that if he has to drop another infant off a wall, then he'll do it.
I didn't pay
James!
attention. I didn't pay attention, Kelly.
I see a wife with a man who is hunting, a man with a trail of bodies. Whoo! You know, like an owl, because Athena. I'm so funny. Rude. I don't know if that caught my mom sneezing. But it was loud as fuck. That bitch screams, sneezes. Love her. A man with a trail of bodies. Fucking Jim Carrey face. My friend said I had millennial face syndrome yesterday on TikTok, and I deleted the video. I was like, get out. Get out. It's the same friend in the clips. So send her death threats. Don't send her death threats. Too much, not too much, sister.
Why did Telemachus' part make you realize that?
Okay, so Telemachus started doing his song. And, you know, obviously, when he starts singing about missing his father, it's abundantly clear that, like, this is Odysseus' son singing about missing Odysseus, right? Like, obviously, that's the whole point in the song. So, when that became clear that this was Telemachus singing about missing his father, I was like, wait, how did he get home if Odysseus is still out there?
Oh my god.
Oh, I saw one of the clips, and I know it doesn't really make it into it, but I wanted to talk about, I didn't realize, so, okay, when I listened to the Underworld Saga, I would like to preface this, when I listened to the Underworld Saga, I didn't pay attention. I only gave it one listen. So I really only, if you had asked me, like, probably a month ago, like, what happens in the Underworld Saga, I'm like, well, they travel to the Underworld. They travel to the Underworld. And he sees Polites, and then he sees his mom. And then if you asked me, okay, what else happens? Turn to the left.
Have you ever fisted anybody?
Turn to the left.
Thank you.
Work. Now turn to the right. Work. Sashay. Shantae. Because that's all I could tell you. I just did not lock in for the rest of that saga, and I didn't know for a really long time what happened. Like, I need you to understand, I didn't register that he met the prophet till like less than a month ago. And it's because I didn't, like, obviously I heard the song, No Longer You. I listened to the song. I didn't pick up that there were two different voices in that song. I didn't pick up that Mason and Jorge were different people. So I thought Odysseus was just having a really intense conversation with himself. Please don't hate me. I see. I ain't see nothing. I ain't hear nothing. He didn't see nothing, but I ain't hear nothing. Not a damn thing.
I didn't realize they got... I paid so little attention. I didn't realize they got attacked in Scylla until Mutiny. Like, Mutiny started...
You're such an interesting mind. Such an interesting mind.
Oh, also, until, what is it? It's the Thunder Saga and then the Wisdom Saga, right?
Yes.
I didn't realize until the Wisdom Saga that Zeus went ahead and killed all of his, crewmates.
I see a song of past romance. I see the sacrifice of man. I see portrayals of betrayal and a brother's final stand. I see you on the brink of death. I see you try a final breath. I see a man who gets to make it home alive, but it's no longer you. This can't be. We've suffered and sailed through the toughest of hells. Now you tell us our efforts for nothing. I see your palace covered in red, faces of men